Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Ashley. If you are new here, if you are new, welcome. I am so glad you are here. And I wanted to, yes, I'm in my closet. This is like the only place I can get 2 seconds of peace. And if you're clicking on this video, you already can tell I have like a lot of kids. So peace is like few and far between in my house. So I'm in the closet. I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about what we just found out. So we are pregnant. We are expecting, we did have a miscarriage and lost a baby. I've also had a couple of chemical pregnancies, but this will be our 5th baby together. And then, as you know, I do have a stepson as well. So we have a 12, a 10, a 7, a 4, a 2, and then now this one. So this will be baby number 6 if it is one. We'll see. I should go for my first ultrasound next week. So I'll be updating you about that. I am currently 8 weeks and 1 day, so a little bit early to be talking about it, but I have been so sick that it kind of got out because I was coming to church and worship practice and all the things, very sick and not feeling well. And so it was kind of obvious. People kind of figured it out. And so I was just like, okay, whatever, like it's fine. But yes, this is longer than I carried our miscarriage. I lost that one at about 7 weeks. And so, yes, I am, with my miscarriage, I did not feel any of the pregnancy symptoms hardcore. I didn't feel those things. It was kind of a red flag from the beginning. But this one is definitely here. I am definitely pregnant full force. And so some of the symptoms that I'm having already are extreme morning sickness. It's not morning sickness. It lasts all day long, from the time I wake up until the time I go to bed. Eating does help, but I mean, who wants to eat when you feel like that? Nobody. But I do manage to force some things down. I have a lot of breast tenderness, which is a good sign. What else? I am already, like, if I eat anything at all, I'm already popping out a little bit. So there's definitely a lot of bloating going on. I've been having some round ligament pain, so not intense, but mild round ligament pain. No cramping, no cause for alarm, but definitely round ligament pain. I have been dealing with, I have restless leg syndrome anyways, and so when I'm pregnant, it always like magnifies to the nth degree. Like it's always so much worse. So I've definitely been having some RLS issues. My legs drive me absolutely insane. My arms do it as well. I don't really know if there's a name for why your arms are doing it too, but my arms definitely do the same kind of thing. And so I've been having issues with that. That usually goes on with me throughout pregnancy. I've been having a few migraines, definitely in the first few beginning weeks, but I did just have one last week. So hopefully they'll start to taper off. They usually do. I usually get them in the first signs of pregnancy. For the first few weeks, I have pretty intense migraines. At least I did with Tristan, with Alaric, and now with this one. So it's been every other. And so, yes, I have been having some of those. They haven't lasted all day long, which is nice. Also, I sometimes get hemiplegic migraines, which, if you don't know what that is, they're actually more common in pregnancy than when you're not pregnant. And it's where like one side of your body, if you have migraines, then you know that like typically when you have a migraine, it's one side or the other that's usually affected. So you can feel it on one side of your head or the other side of your head. It's like one eye or the other eye, and you can feel that. Well, with a hemiplegic migraine, it's the same thing. It's just the side that's affected by the migraine is like numb. So it can just be your arm on that side, or it can be, most of the time my whole tongue goes numb. Hold on a second. Okay, I had a toddler and they were knocking on the door and they wouldn't stop. Okay, so yes, so my tongue typically goes numb when that happens. Once, when it first happened to me, who was I pregnant with? I was pregnant with Alaric when it first happened to me. My whole arm went numb, my whole leg, and I couldn't move it, and it scared me half to death. Like, I know it might sound dramatic, but I literally thought I had had a stroke because I couldn't talk. My tongue was completely numb and I couldn't see anything because of the migraine. And then like my whole arm and my whole leg was completely numb. I couldn't move it. I couldn't do anything. And it was like, do you know when you fall asleep on your arm for a long time, you fall asleep on it wrong, and it's like that nerve has been pinched for so long, you've been laying on it, and then you wake up and your arm, you can't move it, it's like completely dead, and you're trying to wake it up, but it's just not waking up? That's what it felt like, except for it was a headache, and it just came just like that. It lasted for about an hour and 15 minutes and then it went away. And so then I was like Googling, like, what the heck just happened to me? Joshua was at work, I had the other kids, and I was Googling it. And then I was like, okay, migraine, hemiplegic migraine. Okay, I understand now. And that's how I found out. And it is very, very scary. If you've never had that happen to you, it is so scary. But I've only had 2 of those. Once when I was pregnant with Alaric and once when I was pregnant with Jensen. So hopefully that doesn't happen again, because those were my last 2 pregnancies that I carried to term. So I am 35 years old. I turned 36 years old in November. So technically, because I'm over 35, I don't know if they count it like if you're 36. So I don't know if it will count, or because I will be 36 when this baby is born. I'm not really sure how the maths and what they count, but I am, if you're over 35 and you're pregnant, you're considered a geriatric pregnancy, and it's a little bit higher risk than others. But you guys, I mean, come on. I'm just on the cuff, like I'm just right there, right? So I'm not worried about that. There's many women having babies in their 40s and some women even in their 50s. So I'm not worried about it. But yeah, so we've pretty much told everybody the cat's out of the bag, because like I said, we're really involved in church, and like everybody just kind of knew what was happening because I was so sick and miserable. I don't hide it very well. So I just get super quiet. People are not used to me being quiet. And so they're like, what the heck's going on with you? You look terrible. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm dying. So, yes, they do know, people, you know, of course we get the comments, how many kids are you going to have? You know what causes that, right? Do you have a TV at your house? Is there anything else for you to do? Do you just get bored? How can you have so many kids? I don't see how you afford those. I mean, I've gotten a lot of snarky comments, and that's okay. That's expected, and it's fine. People usually don't agree with what they don't understand. And if you have someone with a closed mind who doesn't want to understand the things that they don't understand, then they're going to be rude about it. And that's just how it is. If it's not for them, then they're going to be really closed-minded and ugly about it. And sometimes that's just the way it is. And sometimes for some people, whatever the reason, they don't like big families. It's just a thing now. I don't really know why. I don't know what causes people to dislike large families so much. I mean, I'm not asking you to watch all of my children. I'm not asking you to feed them or clothe them or take care of them in any way. So I don't really understand why you get so upset about it, but it's a trigger for some people. And we by far have the most children of anyone in our church family or our regular family, by far. And I mean like double. We're talking double. So yes, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that. You know, my family's just like, oh, congratulations again. And I'm just like, thanks. I mean, it's not, you know, it's not your typical, oh, I'm so excited. Like, you just don't get that after like the second or third or fourth one. You just, it's not, okay? Jaron, my stepson, his mom is also pregnant, and so that's really fun because he's having a sibling at this house and a sibling at that house, and he's like, oh my gosh, all the pregnant people, holy cow. And so he's really funny. And what else do I need to tell you? I am craving, usually with all my pregnancies, I have always craved spicy food. However, with this one, I just want sour. I want sour food. I want like, I don't know, like salt and vinegar chips or dill pickle chips have been my favorite. Like dill pickle chips settle my stomach. It makes me feel better. Like, what else have I wanted? Sour punch straws. Oh my gosh, yes, sour punch straws. I just want the sour taste and the salty. Like, sour and salty, I'm craving so badly. I still love spicy food, don't get me wrong. I love spicy food, period, pregnant or not. But with all of my other kids, I would eat, like, Brunswick stew for breakfast and with hot sauce all in it. And now, not so much. Like, I'm craving more, kind of just different food. So there's that. A little bit sweet, but not really craving sweets per se. I'm not that much of a sweet eater anyways, so not really craving sweets very much right now, but definitely sour and definitely salty. Also, if you guys are new, you may not know this, but I do currently have all boys. So my stepson and then 4 other boys that I have carried myself. And so we're interested to see what this one is. I want to wait for the ultrasound next week. And then after I do the ultrasound next week, I would really love to do the early ginger test, like the blood test that you like send out for and send it back. Just out of curiosity, I just want to wait for the ultrasound so I can make sure there's only one in there. Because if there's 2, then, you know, if one of them is a boy, it would say boy, and then if both of them were girls, it would just say girl. So I am interested to see if there's one, and then do the gender test to see what that one is. So I'm very interested to know. So I will probably update you guys. This is week 8. I will probably update you guys at week 10, just so we can have a little bit in there to kind of give us an update on how things are going. And I'm really excited to share this journey with you guys. As you guys know, some of you were with me when we had a loss, and it was very, very hard on us. We've been through a whole heck of a lot between then and now, and now I feel like this is truly God showing restoration in our family. So, because God is a God of restoration, and I believe that's what he's doing now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.